Hello, and welcome to the 12th episode of the Whimsy podcast. My name is Zenith. My pronouns are they, them. I am happy you are here with me. Today is Saturday, June 21st. It is Letha, so happy Letha, happy solstice, if that is something that you celebrate. This is my podcast where we talk about all things knitting. This is probably going to be another shorter episode, but go ahead and settle in. Let's see how this goes. We left off last week with me coming on here being a hot mess and being like, I have asthma. I don't have asthma. I have pneumonia with reactive airway, which is basically asthma as a side effect of pneumonia. So, spoiler, this is going to be another shorter episode because I am still not fully better. I am doing better than I was, but I am still coughing quite a bit. I have been out of work all week. I tried to go back yesterday. I was there for 3 hours and I said, I'm going home. And I might have just messaged my doctor to be like, can I get some more steroids? Because I'm not doing great. But I do have a lot of things to show you because I have been homesick all week. So I have gotten a ridiculous amount of knitting done. So let's get into it. First of all, I have no pigs once again. If you are new here, you're probably like, what are you talking about? For stress relief after work, I usually knit tiny, small pigs. And for the second week in a row, I have none of them because I have been sick and camping out on the couch. So let's get into finished objects, shall we? First of all, I have a finished pair, but it is with an asterisk. I have these. These are my Rose City roller pattern from, I forget who designed it. And this is the Rainbow Revolution socks. And I love them. And they fit. I had my friend Jen try them on. The reason I did an episode last week when I was a hot mess is because Jen was still at my house. And I knew that I could show things while she was here. And then she has left. So I don't have any of those. But I do have these because I did not get them done. But I did have her try these on, and they fit her foot exactly like I envisioned for like a no-show sock, you know, it's just like a little like rolled hem. But she did try one on, and she immediately went, oh, that cuff is going to bother me. So I do have to go back and add a cuff on these. I have to go pick up some stitches and make them not the Rose City rollers. But for the moment, they are completed. I love this yarn. I love these socks. I think they're so bright and vibrant. And that brings us into our works in progress. I have two right now. So I'm working on a whole bunch of different knit-alongs right now. I'm working on, I think it's Charlie's Sock Hop, which Sheila Bobby is running, which is really fun. I'm working on Knit All the Stripes, which is 72 Stitches, who is also Knit All the Yarn podcast. She's running that one, but I'm also working on one with a designer. She's on Instagram as Alindria Knits. Her name is, I think, Jennifer Beaulieu. And for her knit along, there's extra points if you do like her patterns, or if you do a pattern that is new to you, a technique that is new to you, different types of heels, stuff like that. So I'm making this pair. This is the Get the Scoop socks. Let me show this up close. I love these. In my head, I'm calling these the mermaid socks. So I have one completely done that I started last Saturday. And then I just got through the color work on the other one. You're supposed to do color work all the way down. I'm not doing that. I really, really love this pattern. It's so easy to knit up. It's so easy to remember it. And I'm having a great time with this. This is the Get the Scoop sock pattern. So this is one of Jennifer's patterns. Oh my gosh, I'm just having so much fun. So yeah, first sock is done. Second one, we're ready for the heel on this one. So I'm having a great time with those. And then also that's living in this bag. And I should talk about the yarn. So my yarns, I'm using two different leftovers. So I'm using the leftover Bewitched Pigments Witching Hour for the dark blue, which is sparkly. And then the main color is from Blue Barn Fiber. It is Squishy Sock Base, and this is the color Spruce. And I've had both of these for a while, which you also get points for if you are using, I think it's either older stash. No, it's if you're using leftovers or if you're using a mini skein from your stash, you get an extra point for that. So I get extra points. I get 1,000,000 points for these socks, so, which is good because I'm having the best time making them. My next pair is in my main bag. This is made by, I think it's Once Upon a Library. It's my friend Kaylee. I cast these on yesterday because I like to cast on a new pair of socks every Friday. And these are some fun little striped socks. These are also ready for the heel. This one is my standard sock pattern. So 10 rounds of 2x2 ribbing for the cuff, 30 rounds for the leg, and then I'll just do a slip stitch heel and then just like a vanilla foot and a square toe. This yarn, I'm so obsessed with it. I love the speckles. Oh my god, these make me happy. These are the Usual Haunt set by Tiny Human Knits. However, I had a Stroll mini skein. This is showing up way more purple than it actually is. It is darker than this to me, like in real life. Anyway, I'm going to use this for the heel. So this is like a deep purple just to make it a little bit more kind of like classic Halloween colors, you know, because I don't necessarily want to knit an all black heel and then try to pick up those stitches. I'm not doing that. So I'm going to use purple. And I'm really, really excited for that. That is Stroll Deep Purple. It's a mini skein from Knit Picks. So yeah, those are the 3 projects I am working on right now. I did also work on my blanket a little bit, but I forgot it across the room. So yeah, that's what I've got going on. I hope that life is going well for you. I hope that I get better. And I think that's all I've got. We will see you next week. I will see you next week, hopefully. And hopefully I will feel better and not be as sick. Have a whimsical day, and I will see you next time. Bye.